What's going on, everybody? What a episode we just saw this past Impact, man. A lot of stuff going on. Obviously, some of the fallout coming from WWE Heatwave this past Sunday. A cleanse is coming. Eric Young keeps talking about it. Who's in that group? When is it going to happen? We obviously get a little bit from Ash by Elegance, finding out as far as how we're going to celebrate her winning that TNA Knockouts Championship. And Trick has apparently lawyered up when it comes to defending that title. All this and more. This is Talking TNA. What's going on, everybody? This is Talking TNA. I'm John Anthony, a proud Sport Code affiliate, as always, powered by Zoa Energy. Great episode tonight. Great episode. We are obviously on the path to Victory Road. A great pay-per-view that's going to be awesome. Of course, leading all the roads to here in Massachusetts, just down the road in Lowell for Bound for Glory. This pay-per-view is going to set buy rates. You thought Slammiversary was big. This card for Bound for Glory is going to end up being something epic, something amazing. I'm very excited for it. Great episode. A lot of wrestling, but also planting a lot of seeds for a lot of the storylines going forward. Santana and Steve Macklin get it on. They take on Trick Williams and AJ Francis first class tricking. Great match. Awesome stuff. All the matches were great tonight. Don't really want to focus on a lot of the matches tonight. They were great. We talk about it for a little bit, but I want to talk about how they're furthering these storylines, moving into Victory Road and Bound for Glory. Great tag match. Obviously, AJ Francis out there helping out his boy Trick. Santana is trying to get his hands on Trick Williams, showing that he deserves to have that title match one more time, one-on-one, to get that TNA championship back home into the Impact Zone on Thursday nights. We go for spinning the block. The Trick knee hits, but that's also blocked. We get a schoolboy old-fashioned 1-2-3. Trick Williams is pinned by Mike Santana. Mike pins the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Obviously, after this, Mike Santana gets his hands on Trick. Does a little nefarious things after the match. Those guys get out of there, which leads into later on in the episode when Trick goes and gets his lawyer, talks about what happened after the match. We'll talk about that when we get to the end of the episode. Eric Young is phenomenal. This man is timeless. What he's doing right now in TNA is great. He obviously had a great run in WWE. But ever since coming back home to TNA, he has done such a phenomenal job. First of all, the guy is yoked, looks amazing. But he keeps talking about the cleanse, this cleanse that is coming to take away the outsiders, and you have to pick a side. Either you're TNA or you're not. It's a with us or an against us kind of thing. It's almost like a Nexus kind of thing. He takes on Myron Reed, one half of the Rascals. Again, great stuff. Eric Young is amazing in the ring. Reed is great at what he does, whether it's against the ropes, off the top, outside the ring. Awesome move set. EY gets the low blow here while the ref isn't looking. Hits the spike pile driver. Gets the 1-2-3. But that's really not what I want to talk about. If you look in the audience, you see the guy holding up that the cleanse is coming. This gentleman is not part of the Northern Armory. You can clearly see this man is jacked, probably 6+ feet tall, big boy, having the same ski mask on the EY always wears. TNA has a really great opportunity right now to do something really cool. Not necessarily looking to go down a dark state road, starting some wild NWO kind of faction. But if TNA is going to go on their own with a TV deal that I've talked about, I think the announcement gets brought to Bound for Glory here in Lowell. I think you see Carlos, you see Paul Levesque come out and they announce a TV deal in front of a massive crowd. But I think what they're trying to do is you want almost a Dark State-esque kind of group that's going to be taking care, maybe even assist in Trick losing that belt at Bound for Glory. You think it's great. You think they're faces, but they're very nefarious. They're heels, and they want to break it down. Let's go evolution. I apologize. A retribution kind of group kind of they can be good, they can be bad, but they really don't care. They're here just for justice, and all they care about is TNA. So that's very interesting to see. That wrestler didn't look like really familiar to me. Really didn't think it's anyone from developmental. It could have been a local indie wrestler. I don't know yet, but I can tell you this: I guarantee moving into Victory Road, I think we see that group make their appearance. EY probably is in a match. They surround the lights go out. They surround the ring. I feel like they might be going an aces and eights kind of route with EY being the head of it, and maybe he's not. Maybe it's not EY. Maybe EY is bringing it to the forefront, and someone else is going to be the head of it. Obviously, we see EY took out Joe Hendry tonight. He was one of the first casualties of the quote unquote cleanse. Why was that? Because Joe Hendry went over and he took part in WWE's live events overseas. Obviously, took out the Miz. Before that, the pound of flesh back was if you're either with TNA or you're with everybody else. And Joe Hendry was with everybody else on this night, and that's why he got laid out by Eric Young. So I think it's gonna be really cool. I can tell you next week, I think we see two people with signs, and maybe the week after we get people with three signs. Has to have a head of Victory Road leading into Bound for Glory. That is going to be very interesting, and I really hope whatever creative is doing, whatever they have in their heads, it really makes sense because you could really do something very, very cool. And everybody knows, Eric Young leading a faction is good for business. He's great on the mic. Psycho comes across amazing in his character on the screen. He always stays in character. I mean, I was there at Slammiversary. He's yelling at everybody, even after the cameras went out and you folks went to commercial and they're doing vignettes for the next match. He was yelling at everybody walking up that ramp, getting in people's faces. This man stays in character the whole time. Him with a faction that can definitely do some damage in TNA, quite possibly getting him that TNA championship for one more run before he hangs it up. I'm here for that. But again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But that's my prediction. I think we start seeing week after week after week more people, big dudes that is recruiting, holding up signs saying the cleanse is coming. So it's exciting stuff coming down the road. Fatal Influence taking on the Inspiration. This was an okay match for me. I don't want to poo-poo it. I'm big fans of them. It was great to see them at Slammiversary duking it out for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships. The chemistry just wasn't there for me tonight. I love the Inspiration. They're great at what they do. It's sometimes when you take the NXT talent and the Impact talent, I'm not saying they're not on the same level, but they don't get their reps in there with each other. I feel like they might be in the same book, maybe the same chapter, but not the same page. Little botchy, just little clunky a little bit, but it was a great match nonetheless. Inspiration gets the win here. They walk out of there, and again, I love Cassie, Jesse. They're awesome what they do. Crowd pops with them amazingly. Their theme is hot. They got a great video entrance coming out. Can see them going back to WWE at some point. At some point, we'll see what happens. But great. It was a good tag match for what it was. Nothing on the line, but definitely need to work a little bit of that. Jasmine, Fallon, they do great stuff on NXT. Again, when you put them with two other people in the ring, you've seen it before, whether it's you see it on AEW, WWE, TNA, whatever it is. When you get four people in there that really don't work with each other and maybe their styles don't really gel with each other, it's a little weird. But it was a good match nonetheless. They got the job done. Inspiration walked out of there with the win. We heard from Ash by Elegance. Me and Mike from the Mob Squad were there at Heat Wave. Got to see Ash win that belt, take it home. What a great match. Awesome stuff. We hear them talking about being the savior. Taking that title, it's not tarnished, rising it up, and by all the waters, rising all the ships, bringing TNA halfway out of the darkness. All they need to do is get that World Heavyweight Championship back, and TNA is back in the saddle. Ash is taking complete credit for bringing TNA out of the mud, back into the light. Wants herself the most magnificent, extravagant, craziest party you're ever going to see for being the savior of TNA. And I know my boy George, the Iceman, the personal concierge, is going to make it happen. I can tell you right now, in Minneapolis next week, that celebration is going to slap. I cannot wait to come on here and talk about what exactly we're going to see. More importantly, who is going to crash that party next week? Could it be Masha? Could it be somebody else? or it could be the number one contender out of the triple threat that we're going to get next week as well. It's going to be good. I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun stuff. If we know it's Ash, we know it's elegance. We know if the personal concierge is behind it, it's going to be over the top. It's going to be cool, and I'm here for it. Alicia Edwards comes out, the queen of the system, pretty much telling Ryan Nemeth, who was out announcing all of us, which he did last week, his big brother is coming back next week. As we found out the week before, it was 2 weeks. Alicia comes out, lets her know somebody needs to shut them up. The system have turned a cheek. They've gone a different way. They're trying to repent for a lot of things they've done back in the day. They obviously ran roughshod over TNA for months, probably even years. About a good year and a half. When they went on their title runs, Moose being champion, all that good stuff. And he's like, Alicia, okay, if you want to fight me, I get that. I mean, I don't want to fight a woman, but I will. She's like, you dumbass. It's not me, it's Eddie. Impromptu match. Eddie, Brian go at it. Boston knee party, 1, 2, 3. Eddie walks out of there. They get the win. Good stuff. Obviously, he's probably setting something up for Victory Road with Ryan and Nick. Probably parlaying into something back into the tag team championships. At Bound for Glory. To get a little ahead of it, I really don't know if the Hardys carry those tag belts into Bound for Glory, only because obviously they've already talked about the Dudleys, the Hardys won last time. Those belts aren't going to be on the line. Even if the Dudleys win, you don't want the Dudleys winning. Devon can really only go a couple more matches. Tonight obviously wasn't the night. We'll talk about that match in a minute, but I can definitely see the Hardys losing their belts at Victory Road. And I think that's why you're going to see them defending week after week after week, seeing if a lot of people, this is going to be when they're going to lose. This is going to be when they're going to lose. It's really best for business for them to lose those belts at Victory Road to a very good opponent. Maybe Leon and Cedric run it back one more time in a stip match. You do a triple threat to protect the Hardys, who are also the fourth rope tag team champions. Shout out to that as well. They don't acknowledge it on TV, but they are the fourth row champions. If they're going to have their fight with the Dudleys, and let's say they go over, I don't know. We're going to talk about Bound for Glory in that prediction show when the time comes, because that card is, I'm telling you, give it time, let it breathe. We got about 50 plus days. Let it marinate. They need to announce Victory Road from Jump Street until October 12th. Once Victory Road is over, it is going to be an unstoppable train and a nonstop press of matches after match after match of what we're going to see in Lowell, Mass. I'm telling you, when you thought Slammiversary set records, this gate in Lowell is going to bust the records down. I can admit to you, obviously, I was there in Long Island. They sold out for what they planned for. There was tarps, obviously, in the tippy top sections. Okay, they didn't sell the UBS arena out. I can tell you, Lowell, I think fits around 27,000. I can tell you they might just go for broke, sell all the tickets, and I think you're going to see some crazy ass matches to fill that place up. So glad I'm going to be there. Myself, Mike from the Mob Squad are going to be there. So excited. Can't wait to be there for history being made. I'm sure TNA title goes back to whoever it is gets that. Probably Mike Santana, Dudley's, Hardys. A lot of other stuff is going to go down. Very excited for that. But enough about that. We have time to talk about that. Let's focus on what's going on getting to Victory Road and the matches that are announced for that. Mara Sade, Tasha Steelz. This match was good. Sade, I think, did not get her opportunity to shine in NXT. Obviously, the metaphor. Lash was obviously the heavy favorite out of that tag group. They did some great things when they were in the ring together, but it was definitely Lash. I almost liken it to the Shield. Seth has talked about it. When it was Seth, Dean, and it was Roman, they were always, yeah, it's going to be a cool match, but we want this Roman spot. We want Roman to do this spot. And I feel like that was the same thing when they went out there when it was Sade and it was Lash. Right. You guys are going to kick ass. You guys are going to do your spots, but in your moves, but make sure Lash gets to the end here. Let's make her look strong. Let's let her get the pin. Let's have her get her moving and things like that. So I think Sade now, again, kind of pairing with the Hardys a little bit, getting like we might see, I think a mixed tag match is probably down the road with something with Order 4 and the Hardys maybe looking for Victory Road in another 3 weeks. We'll see what happens. But Tasha Steelz gets the win here. Obviously with the distractions outside, trying to take out the hands. Obviously, Agent Zero dealing with him, comes in, catches the cutter from Steels, feet on the rope, 1, 2, 3, walks out of there. Obviously, a little bit of a beatdown. Love when they do the intergender stuff. We need more of it. WWE needs to take the lead here. It's okay. It's 2025. No one's going to poo poo it. It happens in TNA. It damn sure happens in AEW. There's no reason not to do it in WWE. When every other promotion is doing it, there's no reason for you not to be engaging. I'm not saying all the time. TNA doesn't do it all the time, every match. But when it's called for and when it gives the heat, sells the angle, builds up that tag, that's what you need to do. So I'm pretty sure a six man woman tag is coming, mixed tag, probably for Victory Road in a couple weeks. Um, so then we come to obviously the Hardys come out. They want to help us. Sade leads right into the main event. Hardys taking on Cedric Alexander, Leon Slater, TNA tag championships on the line. This was an awesome match. These four gents can go, and there was a little part of me, little part of me that thought maybe someone interferes, maybe someone comes down from the order, maybe comes down from the order four, comes down, interferes, costs them the tag belts, and that parlays into the six man and woman tag team match at Victory Road. Really thought it might have been a thing. It wasn't. It was clean. It was good to see. Leon obviously does not disappoint, whether it's an X Division match, a tag match. Him and Cedric are money. Great, great tag team to see those two go. If those two were to get it, I'm not exactly opposed. I'm not opposed to it. Maybe it goes back to the system. There's a lot of tag teams in the back. Does it go back to the Nemeths? I don't know. You never know what could happen when he comes back. That might be why they're waiting to bring him back in Minneapolis. Obviously, Nick is doing a lot of other stuff. Makes his way back, makes a comeback. And they challenge at Victory Road for the tag belts. Again, nefarious things going on. And they end up losing. It makes the Hardys Dudley match. No titles on the line, just straight up respect. Last time ever. So very, very excited for that. But as the weeks go on, that'll be a little more clear. And I'm sure they probably start next week in Minneapolis. They start announcing some matches for Victory Road. Before we get into obviously the last part of Impact involving Trick, Santino, his lawyers, all that other stuff. If you're already watching, feel free to throw a comment up here. Let me know what your favorite part of Impact was tonight. What some of your thoughts are for Victory Road, and your thoughts. What are some of the matches you think you're going to see at Bound for Glory? Every night we're going for a goal of 25 likes on our videos. So if you're watching this, you like what you see, like what you hear, definitely shoot us that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Helps us in the algorithm, helps us with YouTube, helps everyone else in the Chair Shot Media group. So I definitely appreciate that. And obviously Trick is shown walking out. He gets the last words out here. He comes out with his lawyer, talks about, listen, y'all saw Santana, you cheer for him, you love him. He's beloved here in TNA. My man put his hands on me after the match. It's very strict in my contract. You don't do that. I'm not going to stand for it. This is not where the best wrestle. This is a crime scene. This is what this is. And as far as me defending this belt, it's not going to happen for 50 plus days. I don't have to defend this belt anywhere, which probably puts him in a prime situation for Halloween Havoc, No Mercy, and things like that over on NXT. We go to Bound for Glory. We're talking about Bound for Glory. Santino's music hits. He comes down and tells Trick, listen, if I'm doing the math right, and it seemed like he did a little Steiner math. Carry the 2 plus 4. All three gents seem to be doing some math, taking off their shoes and socks, count using their toes. They finally get to Santino saying, listen, 50 plus days, that is Bound for Glory. And at Bound for Glory, and obviously Trick's lawyer at this time tells him, Santino, you're going to pipe down. You're going to watch your tone and watch your mouth when my client, Trick Williams, is talking. When he needs to talk about with the TNA Championship and what's going on. Santino doesn't take this shit, man. He throws the Cobra on one time, knocks his lawyer out. Trick slides out. We don't find out what is going on for Bound for Glory. Again, a lot of things are being held up for next week's show in Minneapolis. I think this show is going to be wild. We're going to get a lot of telling things of what for Victory Road is and how this is going to parlay itself into Bound for Glory. But the match was awesome. A lot of cool takeaways. The cleanse from Eric Young is going to be amazing. a great opportunity for TNA to sit here and build an awesome faction. Maybe take some folks from either Evolve, maybe take some folks from NXT, just like with when we saw Dark State. Who is it? Ooh, ooh. The masks come off, they're shown. I want to know who that big boy was this week holding that sign up for a good 15 minutes. And that's good arm strength, too, man. He held that thing up the whole time. I want to know who that guy was, but I'm telling you, next week, watch there be 2, maybe 3 signs being held out in different parts of the arena and start building into that, like I said, for Victory Road. The Trick Williams situation, obviously, he's not going to defend that belt till Ball for Glory. If I had to put my money down, it's going to be a Mike Santana match taking on Trick. Mike has got to be the one to get that belt back. The TNA, I was there on Long Island. A lot of upset people. That Slammiversary that Trick was able to finagle his way out of that match as still being the winner. Throws Hendry out, gets the 1-2-3 on Santana. But yeah, and the Hardys, you got to watch what's going on with these folks. I don't think they walk into Bound for Glory with those belts because if it's Bound for Glory, it's got to be a 3-4 hour event. All of the belts have to be on the line. X Division, Tag, World Heavyweight, Knockouts, all that stuff. Probably, and I can guarantee you, there's probably be some NXT representation as well. If it's not Santana, do we have Oba? Do we have a 2 out of 3 falls where the NXT and the TNA championship is on the line? The title starts switching hands. Also, too, if you watched NXT this past Sunday, Zaya Brookside is facing off this upcoming NXT next Tuesday, throwing her hat into the Speed Championship, try to get a shot at Sol Ruka. This might be, and as much as it sucks, as I don't like it, this might be the belt the WWE says, listen, you can have this belt. The speed belt, you can take that over to Thursday nights. That one you can start with, and then we'll go from there. Honestly, I'm gonna say it now. Clip this, bookmark it. I think Zaya Brookside wins this tournament, takes on Soul, gets a win, whether it's confusion from Zarya, whether someone else from TNA helps out Zaya. This is probably the one time where they're like, okay, we've taken all your belts. We haven't really give you any of ours. We're going to give you the Speed Championship. You start bringing it over to Thursday nights. That way NXT talent is going over there. And when they're holding tournaments on Tuesdays, Zaya's got to be there. So she's playing the both brands game, which is great for TNA, obviously great for NXT, with the speed belt moving around. So yeah, nice quick episode tonight, man. There's not a lot to talk about. It was good. It did what it needed to do. We dropped the breadcrumbs where we needed to, facing everything into Minneapolis with 3 weeks left heading into Victory Road. So it's gonna be a great pay-per-view, but definitely feeding everything. All these little canals and channels are gonna feed right into the ocean that is Bound for Glory, taking place in Lowell, Massachusetts on October 12th. It's gonna be a hell of a pay-per-view. I'm here for it. I'm excited. Yeah, so unfortunately that's all I got for you guys. But again, shoot up in the comments, man. Let me know what you liked about tonight's episode. If you haven't already, you caught us on Monday, myself and Lady Alpha on the Raw Rundown. Tuesday nights we have the NXT Rewind with myself and Mike from the Mob Squad. Last night, myself and Vinny from Suds Media. We break down everything AEW with the AEW Dynamite Deep Dive. Tonight, obviously you're watching us right now, the Talkin TNA, immediately following everything on TNA Plus. And tomorrow night you get to catch myself and good friend and happy again, belated birthday, I guess, but happy birthday to Big Mike from the Run-In. Myself and Big Mike take down everything going on Friday nights in the Blue Brand with the SmackDown Shakedown. Obviously, post shows, prediction shows, interviews, the whole nine. To catch any of that, to see all of it, 5 days a week programming, you got to subscribe. Give us a shot. Take a look. Myself, the Run-In. You got Kicking Out at 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays if you're a video game person. Those are your folks. If you like soaps, Vinny and over at Suds and Squared Circle at Suds Media, doing Suds News, talking about all your favorite soap operas during the day. And obviously myself, 5 days a week, talking everything wrestling, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, NXT. We're here for it, having a good time. No spin zone, whatever you like, we're here for it. And the most important thing you can do, they tell everyone all the time, is first of all, we always shoot for 25 likes a video. So if you can do that, you like what you're hearing, like what you saw, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button. And obviously, we'd love the subscribes. We're 25 people away, 25 subscribers away from 500 subscribers on our YouTube. We'd like to hit that um, before WrestlePalooza, before All Out on September 20th. So if you want to give us a shot, you haven't done so before, hit that subscribe. Give it 30 days. Listen, you don't like it, get out of here. It's fine. Hit the unsubscribe. It's not that hard. But I'm telling you, it's well worth it. Not just seeing my ugly mug here. A lot of other content comes on this screen, comes across on your YouTube. And I can tell you, I see the likes, I see the comments. It's definitely well worth it. And the other thing too, on Sunday nights, we're gonna be bringing Dark Until Daylight on, a great variety show on Sunday nights. It's gonna have a lot of podcasters, a lot of wrestler interviews, great stuff. And if you're a betting man, you love yourself some football, Wednesdays live prior to all the football weeks, starting with week 1 all the way to the Super Bowl. Catch us on Driving to the Bank. We give our underdog parlay, where last year we won over $4,000 on our bets that we made on the underdog parlay, giving you all our picks for how you can make some cash every Sunday watching football. So with that being said, folks, again, great show tonight. Victory Road. We're on the path, and of course, we're heading down the road onto that exit of Bound for Glory. So with that being said, folks, I'm John Anthony. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you tomorrow night, myself and Big Mike, on the SmackDown Shake.